Welcome to Dire Bear. It's Tuesday night, so of course that means we're playing Valley by Night River City, or Vampire 5th Edition actual play. I'll be your storyteller for the evening, Jason. And with me as usual will be Jeremy playing Egidio, Sarah playing Emma, and Eric playing Kyle. Alright, we had left off last week. We had just wrapped up the night. And it had been a fairly eventful night. You had lost some people, or lost a person, followed up by a couple of others when the house was booby-trapped. You're not entirely certain who's behind it, though someone was filming the site and someone did retrieve that camera before you could. All of this following on the heels of y'all having y'all's domain put under surveillance.
Yeah.
So you did find out it was not just you. It's places all over the city. Even one of your cam resources let you know the cam has been discovering cameras.
Yep.
So the sun sets and you all rise. Give me those rouse checks.
That's a fail.
That is a fail for me too.
Oh, I should get on Roll20. That also helps.
Maybe a bit.
I'm good.
Alright, Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
When you wake up, you have multiple messages on your phone.
Okay. From whom?
A couple of the girls that work for you.
Okay, what did they say?
They're all pretty much saying the same thing. Can you come open the bar? Zeke never showed up.
It would have passed a very pleasant evening had shit not gotten real.
One second, I need to check the PDF. Because you may have just triggered something with that. I need to check the PDF.
It's a possibility. While you're doing that, though, we'll jump to everybody else. Egidio, what do you do when you first wake up?
I believe I'm hunting. I think I'm at Hunger 3, so I should hunt. Yeah, alright, cool. Let me do that. One, two. Oh, that one fell off. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Okay. You call your guy up. He's got something for you.
Hell yeah. Does it have to get me to 0 or 0 to 1 hunger?
You're at 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got enough for you to get 2.
Hell yeah.
He meets you out back behind the blood bank. Well, the blood center.
I think, awkward situation aside, of just making conversation when he's there is just asking if everything's been all right, outside of this deal that we have, if everything's been all right in the center.
Yeah, I mean,
No
since
more
that
extra
break-in,
attacks.
since that break-in a few months back, a couple months back.
That's good. I'm happy to hear that.
Well, it's a blood center. Who would, why would anybody break in here? Some nut
People
vandal.
are fucking weird. People are fucking weird is what I'm learning at my time in America.
Yeah, they're only getting weirder.
Yeah, tell me about it. Oh, thanks a lot. And then he'll grab it and go.
Pops like a pre-sun in it, walks or pre-sun straw.
Hmm.
All right, Emma, you wake up. Not feeling too
It
pinkish.
probably also shouldn't be. It'll be assumed even if I don't say it. Ejidio's like taking the circuitous routes.
Yeah. Lots of back alleys and
Back
side
alleys.
streets,
Yep.
shadowy areas. Emma's gonna do the usual, check the phone, check the email.
Let's see. Whoopsie. Nothing pressing. You get a message from your, shall we call her your cousin?
Yeah, her cousin.
Was that Harmony?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Basically, she's caught wind of everybody's fear that the Inquisition is in town. So it's just sort of an extra. Be sure to keep your head down.
Head down and hat on. She doesn't put that part, but I always keep my head down.
And my hat on.
And her hat on. She's got like the worst hat head. She will make her way over to. Not going to go directly to the office. She'll probably go there if everyone asks if they're meeting up, but she's just going to kind of take circuitous routes around and look for cameras, stuff like that.
Okay.
Reach out to, if any of the other barons reach out, see if they have any more information, that kind of thing. Make sure there's been no more minuses to add to the logbook.
Give me a wits awareness as you're walking around.
If I get more points, I need to add into that again.
Mm-hmm. Do we have to make another note?
No, I just haven't got enough points to do that yet. 3.
Okay. You don't spot any new cameras. As you make your way through the wood, through one of the little wooded areas, the best way not to be seen. You do stumble across another kindred feeding.
Anyone she recognizes or anything?
You are pretty sure you've seen him sitting around the dead man's drink back before the lockdown, sitting around the dead man's drink before. It's somebody from the area.
Yeah.
You don't remember their names right off the top of your head.
If they don't make eye contact with her, she's just gonna kind of back up, like, "Oh, sorry, didn't know that this forest was occupied," and just backtrack.
And we've got Vancouver by Night in the chat.
Hey guys.
Oh.
Hello.
When you say that, his head snaps around. He's got an almost feral look in his face.
If she wouldn't have actually said that out loud, she would have just kind of slowly backed up. She knows some people might be a little bit more weird about feeding in public, even if it's other kindred, and she's just like, "I'm gonna pretend I wasn't here," and just.
Well, this is in the woods, so
up.
how in public it is.
Yeah, but.
But he's crouching over whoever it is he's feeding on, and they're like laying there twitching.
She's gonna make a note to check the area, maybe in like an hour or so, to make sure there's no bodies left behind.
Okay.
And she'll like mentally file away who it might be and maybe check in and be like, hey, made sure if you did happen to drain them to hide the body, right? Take care of all that. Masquerade and all that.
Give me a dexterity stealth.
Oh, good.
Wait, those are your stats.
That's my good. Those are some of my good stuff.
Oh, well, clearly I made a mistake then.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
It's not too late. I haven't pulled all the dice out yet. The dice. I have plenty of dice, but most of them said no. 2 out of 7.
Oh,
Dice were like, the woman was too shocked to speak.
Alright, let's see if they notice you.
check for it. Ah, fuck. My voice is going again. I was like,
That
I
second
can't do a
puberty is
fucking
rough.
owl. Yeah.
Alright, now he got a critical failure. Wow.
Oh
He
shit.
like super doesn't notice you.
He is lost in the sauce.
Quite literally lost in the sauce.
Mm-mm.
You should just make a note of that and maybe send someone by to just kind of check the area later and reach out to them.
Nah, so you continue on your way. You're, patrolling the domain or whatever. More or less slowly making your way over towards the office, but not like
Yeah.
not really headed that way. Alright, back to Kyle.
Okay, so I don't frenzy.
That's good. That would freak your dog and your rat out.
Yeah. He is gonna just dump some food with the rat. Yeah, not paying attention, so more than usual. And he'll just grab some food and he'll be feeding Shiloh on the way, but he is taking a walk to the bar.
Have you responded to any of the messages?
No. He is just making a beeline for the bar.
So you cut across the mall parking lot. It's empty, of
Mhm.
course. The mall's closed.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 1 or 2 cars because there's always 1 or 2 cars just sitting there.
Mhm.
As you round the corner, you see some of your workers sitting out in front of the building.
Mhm.
On the tables y'all set up.
Yeah.
Most of them are on their phones. As you're walking across, you see a car pull up. One of the wait staff comes out and tells people, basically, we're not open. We're locked out. Locked out of the building at the moment.
Mhm.
And they all apologize and stuff. The car drives off. Then they spot you walking across the.
Mhm.
Oh, hey, Kyle. You really need to check your phone during the day more.
Usually asleep.
So, have you heard anything from Zeke?
I haven't, no. Before he unlocks the door, he'll just sort of take a look around, just make sure, like, what does the inside of the bar look like?
Oh, you don't see anything that looks unusual. None of the tables tables or chairs overturned, nothing smashed up. It looks normal.
Nothing that looks like it might be attached to one of the doors.
Oh, I thought you mean you were like glancing through the windows to see what's still there.
Well, I mean, he's checking for that too, but he's
Give me a wits awareness, see if you notice anything.
okay.
He's trying to disarm Trap.
Well, okay then. I'm going to spend a willpower to re-roll these 2 crits that I have, because there's also a crit on the hunger dice.
You can be super aware.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay, so they both came up as failures, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Alright.
And I don't bestial critical.
No, you don't see any sort of like tripwires or anything like that on the
Hmm.
door. Doesn't look like it's been tampered with.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in that case, yeah, he'll unlock the door. get the crew inside.
Alright. And they immediately start getting the place open with lights on and all that.
Hmm.
They know their stuff pretty well, even without Zeke here rattling off orders.
Yeah.
One of the girls tells you, yeah, we tried calling him, but it kept going to his voicemail.
Hmm. I'll have him as a no-show for right now, but if he doesn't show up tomorrow, then I'll put in a missing persons report.
Oh, you think he's missing and not just sick, forgot to call? Somebody else speaks up. He's usually pretty good at getting somebody else the key if he's not gonna make it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of their chatter is,
Hmm.
is he sick? Is he missing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which of course leads into all the other weird stuff that's been going on around the bar earlier in the year.
Yeah. And Kyle will be going through the logs, or basically the security, see if anything springs to mind, or if anything like is visible there. And maybe he showed up and someone went yoink.
Okay, you don't see anything obvious like that.
Mhm.
The last you see of him was him closing up, the night before.
Yeah. Okay. He'll stay and help the the rest of the staff get everything situated. And
Okay.
after that, he'll probably swing by Zeke's place because, need a residence for employment and all that.
Oh yeah. You have his address on file.
Excuse me.
All right, GDO. After you have done your hunting.
Yep. Once again, just kind of being milling about town. Well, I say about town, but about our domain. And just checking to see if there's anybody hanging out at the same time I'm hanging out that hasn't done that before. And I'm doing this on the way to the office.
Okay. Give me a wits awareness.
Sure. That is 4 successes.
Okay. You notice a van with tinted windows.
Hmm?
It's parked back like you've got the mall, that wooded area kind of behind the mall, Well, right at those woods, there used to be a, not that your character would know this, there used to be a movie theater there. It's all torn down, so it's just flat. You know, you can tell there was a building there, and the van is basically parked in that parking lot.
Does it look like it's been there for a while?
You don't remember seeing it the night before, but you weren't necessarily looking for it either.
Gonna chill out and see what's going on with that. Just gonna pick a spot and just shadow it. In my case, quite literally. Just let me know when you want me to roll stealth on that.
Okay. Because you'd have been probably cutting across the mall parking lot when you saw it. So you probably pass and then circle back, maybe using the woods.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a dexterity stealth.
Yep.
Or if your ability factors into it.
My ability factors into it, and so does my specialty, because I'm shadowing it. Or my specialty, rather. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. Let's go 11 dice. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes.
Okay. So you circle back around. You're watching the van. Every now and then it shifts a little bit, like somebody inside may have moved around.
Am I on the front side or the back side? Or am I on the driver's side or the passenger side?
We'll say driver's side and then kind of back behind it. Like not directly behind it, but you know.
Up and around where it's like a 3/4 angle?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
Like you can see the back of the van fine and you can see along one side around the road.
Can I see the license plate?
Yes.
Okay. I will write down the license plate.
Okay.
It's probably not great, but might be worth a shot.
Looks like a normal tag. It's a 52 tag, which is the number for the county that carries in.
Yep. I think while I'm doing this, I'll just text in the group chat. Don't wait. I'll be a little late headed in. I'll be a little late checking in. I'll say.
Just a thumbs up emoji. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
That list is pretty short.
Another thumbs up, just as she kind of like looks at her phone, like.
And while you're
I like
watching,
the idea that she just looks at it like, what does that mean?
Like, there's a lot of things I wouldn't do.
I take off my hat. Not even in the shower.
Actually, surgically adheres to her skull.
So yeah, you see the van move a little bit every now and then. At one point, the driver's window cracks, and a little bit of smoke comes out.
Love it. He'll be here long enough to determine whether or not it's stoners or hunters. And then I will
Maybe it's
actually
stoner
turn on
hunters.
heightened senses.
Okay.
See if I can hear a conversation inside.
As soon as you turn the heightened senses on, you can hear a little bit. You know, definitely there's definitely at least two different voices in there.
Yeah.
Well, isn't there a window cracked for smoke to come out?
Yeah, he's not right up on the van.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm a little bit behind it.
Okay. I understand now.
Yep. I'm just trying to. I guess I don't need to hear that what the particular conversation is, but I want to hear, is it staccato like someone's giving orders? Is it just calm conversational?
You know, give me a wits awareness and see if you can pick up anything
Sure.
more than just the murmuring. You can just kind of hear by default.
Holy fuck! Let me re-roll that. That was all blank dice.
Oh dear.
2 successes.
Two successes. That's not great. It's a little bit. The window is cracked.
Maybe it's just little snippets when the window's cracked.
One of the guys sounds a little agitated.
Mhm.
He's basically telling the other one, it walked right in front of us. We should have taken it out then.
Oh shit.
Where the other one's like, yeah, that's not what we're here for. Yeah. And it was, out there wide in the open.
Mhm.
What if that mall is full of them? Then what? Basically, just stay calm. We're just here till dawn. So.
Okay. You know those geolocator games where they give coordinates? I'm gonna disguise my text as something like that. I'm not sending it to the coterie yet. I'm sending it to crap, what's her name? I'm sending. Where's the build? Where is it parked to? Is it a particular building that might be upset to know that there's a van parked in loitering?
It's basically an empty parking lot behind around where a movie theater used to be behind the mall.
Mm.
So it's all plugged into the mall parking lot, basically.
Oh, okay. Oh, that. I wonder if Woodard would like to hear that.
They're kind of pointed at her building, so
yeah. So
Got some
I
damn
will.
youths.
I'll say not
Huh?
that Egidio would know, but Kyle did walk that way going to the bar. So that could have
just walks behind Kyle. Kyle just walks behind Egidio as he's like going to the bar. And then he wants to see what Woodard wants to do first. This is our property. I will see, and I know it's our domain, but still got to give the occupant the first strike at it, so to speak. At least that's what's going on in his head. And then he'll text Woodard and be like, and just give like one of those geolocator things, and just give those coordinates.
You get like a question mark back.
God. I truly get to see how young I've made Egidio. If I made him young enough to post an Among Us meme.
he would know.
I don't think so.
We're that young.
Huh?
We're that young.
Well, I don't know. He was embraced just 10 or 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
far
and
enough back
this
now.
is during COVID. Was Among Us even out? How early in COVID did Among Us come out?
Good lord.
It came out pretty soon.
I have to look up when Among Us came out.
It came out in 2018.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
It's been out for a while. It got popular during the pandemic because we had nothing else to do.
Yeah, and we're all like brand new vampires anyway. So we've been turned like within the last year.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Now, whether he paid any attention to it, is up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Egidio does that. I think he just posts like an out there Among Us meme. Just the point of the meme is like it's something to the effect of sus. Just saying this is sus.
Woodard trying to track down one of the younger vampires. What does this mean?
Just find the Zoomer vampire. Like, hey, what does this say?
Just looking at it with
Uh,
our glasses, like,
Show it to and then he'll text. Show it to Ada.
Ada's older.
Is she?
We discussed World War II like she'd been there.
Oh, okay, fair
Ada would look at it and be like, showing the children.
enough.
I think Ada's like deceptively. She looks.
Okay.
She was embraced young, but is old.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Yeah, she looks like 2021.
Yeah, it's sort
She's
of like
just, but she's
how
petite, so.
yeah, but I'd say it's kind of like how Samuel was because he looked like late mid-20s, but he was fighting in World War II.
Yeah.
Uh,
So yeah, and Egidio will wait a while for that to be deciphered, and just like stay stationary here. And then after like
being processed.
if he doesn't get a message in like 5
Mhm.
minutes, then he'll go, "Hey guys, I think I found some loiterers over by the mall. They look like they're up to no good."
yeah, you're just about to do that, you know. When you get the
Like have the message
when you
ready.
get like a thumbs up emoji back, which doesn't strike you as a Woodard or Ada thing. Well, maybe Ada, just because she's been, interacting with y'all via text. So.
Yeah. I think Ada's the Gen Z translator, even though she's much older, just because she's had to deal with our shit.
Gaining fluency by exposure.
Yeah. And then I get the acknowledged. And then I will tell I'll still tell my coterie. I'll do the same like geotag thing.
Question mark.
I'll post the same Among Us meme.
Is this sus?
And then I'll start walking to the bar. Or I'll walk in a direction that that I usually take that lets me see the bar as I'm going towards the office.
Yeah.
Yes. You've got 7 successes to work with, buddy.
Yeah.
I start walking and there's just like a fucking gangrel just like going after the van.
I rolled low, so yes, he is storming out of the bar.
Huh? All right, so I guess as I walk that way, I see I see Kyle going this way.
Wasn't he going towards Zeke's address though?
That's true.
He was going to once he finished helping the bar get set up
Oh, okay.
for the night.
Yes, but this happened.
Yeah, you'll pass me by.
Well, that depends on which
Do I
way he
see
loops
you
around.
walk
Because
with
this would be
purpose?
behind the mall from where the bar is. So
Okay.
he'll have to loop around one way or the other.
Got
Mhm.
a clipboard.
Do I
Yeah.
see you walking with purpose with a clipboard?
Mhm. I mean,
Okay.
maybe not with a clipboard, but there's some purpose behind it.
Just claws out.
What was your stealth roll again?
7.
7.
I'm not saying you can't get it because you're the more perceptive one. I'm just saying.
So he does smell you.
Okay.
Because I got 7. Don't see you because you're thing, but your scent does catch him as he goes by. And he
That nice phone he uses.
pauses.
Wait, if he's
Continues to
doing this
walk.
based off scent, are they actually just hotboxing in the van?
There's like some secondhand weed going on.
He's way too far away to smell
He
that.
gains a point of hunger.
Egidio isn't like leaving. He just wants it. He just, especially if he sees like Kyle walking this way, he's like, and he'll see Kyle go that way. I'm like, hey.
What?
Gotta approach these guys carefully. They probably have people who are watching them or whatever. I
Do you
texted
have
Woodard.
anyone set on them?
I texted Woodard.
Good. When she gets a hold of them,
Mm-hmm.
I will be questioning them.
Perfect. As long as we agree that she's getting a hold of them. This is kind of,
You have
Dark
no
domain,
idea.
but, like-
Oh, you have no fucking idea.
all right, what'd I miss?
Hmm. Zeke never made it into the bar,
Ah, I see.
and
Fair enough.
nobody can get a hold of him.
If Zeke turns out to be a hunter, I'm fighting you personally. Jason.
Yeah, we're Jason. I'm driving. I'm leaving my monitor right now. I'm driving all the way
I
down
hadn't really
there.
thought about that, but he was becoming suspicious of all the weird stuff going on.
No, just
And
let us
there's
have
really,
one. Just
if you think about it, is there anybody in your life that you like well enough that you found out they ate people you wouldn't immediately turn on?
Yeah.
This is not an ideal I'd had. Thank you for the idea.
yeah. Thanks, thanks, Deca.
It will have nothing to do with this story, but I make no promises for future stories.
Mm-hmm.
Every one of our NPCs that we love, that we trust and cherish, sus.
Yep.
This is why I can't play an exec if we do Cyberpunk.
No, this would be a great way to play an exec because you should assume that everybody is out to get you regardless.
But my lackeys, I would love them.
Well, their thing is there a specific mechanic built in? There's a specific loyalty mechanic built into them based on how you treat them.
Fair enough.
So,
But back to
game
this again.
mechanics literally says they are loyalty based on how you treat them.
JD will we'll put a hand on Kyle's shoulder and be like, this one's for discretion. Have you spotted? Have you got his scent? You got my scent. Did you get his?
I know where to go to look for him.
The van engine cranks up.
This
During the day you wouldn't notice it, but at night it's quiet enough that you can hear the van start up.
Okay, I don't get any
I'll-
hungrier,
I'm
but
not stopping him.
Kyle does activate toughness.
I will take a step back.
Yeah, I mean, as Kyle's his shoulders sort of roll back, and he looks like he's about to start flexing.
Yep. GDO takes a step back and just has a hand on his piece just in case.
Okay. So this thing here is the mall. The bar, up above it. They're parked back behind it, and y'all are coming around this side. The van pulls off and heads this way. South. It's the same end of this area that the like the Blood Center Zone, Danville Road, that southern border.
So kind of the way I was coming in to begin with.
It's well, really, it's how you get out of the mall.
Yeah.
You either get out on the Beltline or you get out on Danville Road.
Okay. Hey, buddy, I'm not stopping you. Just somewhere that's not visible. That's all I say. That's all I ask. I guess also, do you need a hand? But somewhere that's not visible.
But you're so good at staying out of visibility.
Yes, I am. You're supposed to be like a ambush hunter or something.
That's more Walter's thing.
Even a lion knows when to hide. So we clocked that it's going towards the blood bank.
Right. That it's headed to the south end of the domain.
Okay. Do you want to go chase that now, or do you want to go to the office? I got his plate number.
Let's go to the office. I believe it's going to take Emma to keep me from chasing them down and ripping limb from limb.
We walk
Emma.
off and he's like, we walk off and he's just singing, "If I lay here, if I just lay here."
Egidio,
Yes.
tell Woodard that they're leaving. Do something useful.
Okay. Text Woodard that they left. What is that? Eastward, westward,
South.
Southbound.
southbound. Southbound towards. He'll say it in the Vampire Thieves Cant, but like basically saying that they went southbound towards the blood bank.
You get a response back. On Danville Road now.
Here, overheard bits and as we're walking, he'll say, overheard bits and pieces of the conversation. Someone was really agitated that they didn't just strike at somebody because they were right in front of them. I'm pretty good at hiding. I'm not saying it wasn't me.
I didn't
But I'm
walk.
pretty good at hiding.
I didn't walk behind the mall to get to the bar.
Well, it could have been any number of reckless vampires, or my suspect is that Walter was in front of a hunter at the time. But these guys are definitely hunters.
I see.
And they're gonna leave. They're scheduled to leave at dawn, but we can make them leave much sooner.
Oh, I plan on
Excellent.
All right, so y'all get to the office. Nobody else is at the office yet.
it.
Does Kyle have Shiloh with him?
Yes, he does.
How does Emma respond to all these, geo coordinates?
She's kind of looking at it, and she sees that's for the mall. Did Gidio mention that he let Woodard know?
I did when they as they leave.
Okay.
It would have been like I let the landlord know, but was pretty suspicious.
She's not going to go bugging Ada or Woodard like right off the bat because they haven't even had a chance to kind of case it. She is going to kind of maybe peek out a window or something, but she's not doing any aggressive moves. And the door's locked and everything, and the usual cameras and security is up, but
Okay, so she was making her way to the office eventually.
yeah.
Okay. In that case, y'all probably all get there about the same time.
Yep. I think as we enter, and the doors close behind us, I pretend that we've been mid conversation. I'm like, so I have something I can do against humans at least. Good old fashioned chemical warfare.
I can just find ways to make them disappear.
So can I. Mine looks like an accident.
Emma just sitting there with her like a cup of tea, not drinking it, just using it to keep her hands warm, but just like, I feel like I've missed something important to this conversation.
There's hunters out in front of the mall, or in the back of the mall rather.
There were, anyway.
Pulls out phone and Salubri thieves can't sends to Harmony. Hey, keep your head really low.
You get like a worried emoji face back.
Trying to figure out what combo of emojis would be good for hunters. Maybe it's like a
Heretical.
vampire and a steak.
Probably a little
Or
too on the
just-
nose, but
Or maybe just a steak, but just
Still
like an
probably on the
actual,
nose.
just like, no, like not a eat steak, but like a piece of meat steak.
I'll go to the Baron chat and just be like, be on the lookout. There's some pests in the area. Some big ones too. That's kind of all I leave it at.
one of them, you get a text back. One of them, dogs? Question mark.
No. Bigger.
You're not reassured.
Someone just calls me like, "What the fuck are you talking about, man?"
Look, dude, I'm trying to find out. Are you talking about werewolves or what are you talking about?
Someone just drops in. I'm coming to the office. Slams open the door. What do you mean?
And I'll add probably the source of the bugs going around town.
That clears up the confusion. They know who. Everybody seems to know who you're talking about now. Have you managed to catch any of the pests?
I know where they're going. Found a group of them, so we'll keep you posted.
You get a couple. You get a couple of. Yes, please do. Well, and for Maddox, you get a C that you do.
Yes, boss.
Maddox, like you better damn well.
One moment.
So, yep.
Much can break, I bet.
I think Egidio looks
Much
at
break.
the two the other two and goes, "So, 3 of us? At least 2 or 3 of them?"
Yeah, sure. One hunter for each of us. I love those odds.
I've got explosives.
Yeah, we're already drawing a lot of attention from them to begin with. Blowing them up might draw even more attention from their buddies.
Yeah, he wanted to just charge in there.
Okay, that's fair. It's still less visible than explosion. Not much less visible than explosion. Still somewhat less visible than an explosion.
I can cause the stuff they have in their car to go bad.
Like they have rotten egg sandwiches in there. What are? Can you
Yes.
elaborate? Okay. The stuff in their car, is it limited to just
No, stuff it doesn't really discriminate, so you know.
the egg sandwich starts going bad as well as the person that was going to eat the egg sandwich starts going bad?
Yep. And if they eat it, they go double bad.
Extreme COVID. Where are we going?
Just
Why am I in this
saying.
handbasket?
Just saying there's options.
Is that something? Mm,
I have
let's
no
wait to
qualms
hear
with
back.
making them go
Oh
sick.
yeah, no. They can die in a fire, but let's see what Woodard gets back with us before we go charging.
Woodard said she had someone on that road already. Is that how I understood that?
You
Or
said
that
what
she
direction?
just
I don't
knew
know how
right
you.
away?
Hey, how you understood? How you understood it? You said they were heading south, and the response was they're on Denver Road now.
Okay.
While y'all are
I
discussing this,
definitely
the back
understood
door opens. Miles comes in.
Miles?
Hey, Miles.
Barons, I was hoping tonight was going to be quiet. Then I started seeing some of these messages.
Yep.
Yeah.
Confirmed hunters.
Well, I
They're
glanced
here.
at the location that y'all posted coming in here. There wasn't. I didn't see anything there.
Yeah, they went
moved.
towards what was it, Anvil Road?
Danville.
Danville Road, yes.
Danville.
Quick question: was that road or where they were parked near where Emma caught that kindred feeding?
Not especially close. It's back towards that wooded area, but that wooded area it runs almost the length of the domain.
Okay.
So you got that guy kind of up towards the north, a little further up past them all.
Okay.
But oh yeah. So Miles is like, any orders?
I would say
Keep
put
this-
everyone. Go ahead.
Keep power usage to a minimum unless you have a way to make it look like an accident.
No, we're trying to do
Keep
anything too obvious.
Yeah, keep everyone on alert. Anything vaguely suspicious gets reported back. Also, there was a kindred feeding back, and she will kind of gesture to the woods. Could you make sure they didn't leave any wrappers behind?
I'll get somebody on that.
Littering is bad.
Yeah, especially
Littering is
with
very
the
bad.
with the environmentalists in town.
That's a good one. I'll fucking use that. I have to use that one next time. Damn it.
Shakes her head like, "You're welcome, I guess."
Miles kind of leans forward. You realize, Baron Luna, that the more clever you get with some of your coded messages, the harder it is for some of us to understand what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know, but it's either that or they come back in mass. So I'm English isn't my first language.
Wells Fails will start designating some runners to go between the barrenries to carry your pigeon messages.
Smoke signals.
Just bat signals into the sky.
You know, that wouldn't be bad if someone owned a club. They could, because they have the spotlights in the clubs too. So just turn on and off twice.
Adding that onto the weirdness that is already going on around here, no.
I'm not saying any of us own a club. I'm just saying it would be a good way to do it. Anyway, Miles, you're doing great.
All right, I'll let y'all know if we run into anything.
Keep you updated as well. You said you had the license plate number,
Oh,
Judio?
yeah, I do. I'm hesitant to run it because I feel like they have. I don't know. I don't know. The guys, the way they explain hunters to me in Mexico is that they kind of have the technology of the fucking FBI.
I was like, huh.
We also
I
have
figured
a
it was.
NOS.
I figured it was the Pope.
You know, we have a NOS, but like,
So Miles is like, well, what was the just so my boys can keep an eye on it.
oh, and he'll rattle off the number.
He jots it down.
Just it was over on Denver Road, so just see it head anywhere else.
He is on his phone as he's walking out the door. Asking a few guys to ride their bikes down that way. Keep an eye out for this tag.
So, game plan?
Who's gonna text Ada real quick? Do you guys have any eyes on You guys have any eyes on that thing we were looking for, or did we give up Or are we just gonna look for it later?
Not at the moment. When you first mentioned it, we looked at it, and then it left. Hold on, I'm just a couple minutes away.
We'll see you then.
Just
Looking
he
at
just like fully like lays on the lays like drapes his legs on the ottoman. At this point, he's like, "All right, it's gonna be a long night in here."
Might not be in here the whole time.
And yeah, just a few minutes later, Ada opens the door. There's like four dudes behind her who all take positions. You know,
Ooh,
flanking the
Yeah.
outside of the door when she comes in. They don't come into the building with her though.
ooh, city guard.
Ada's just yes. Someone over there is getting a little paranoid.
I mean, better paranoid than dead.
Or
Again,
any word?
Well, we received the message, and after some deciphering, really a video game references.
look.
We had to track down some of the
English
youngest
is
people
not
in the
my
mall.
first language. I'm
Right,
working
video
on it.
games are. Gotcha.
Video games are universal. Anyway,
But yes, as soon as you told us that, we sent a couple of people up on the roof to check them out. And almost as soon as we did that, they drove off. I should stress these people that we sent up there are quite stealthy.
who's watching who then?
Well, that's not the important part. When I say quite stealthy, they were obfuscating.
Oh, they're not actually stealthy. They're just invisible.
Well, yes.
Could
Or
be
maybe not
coincidence they
since the
left.
van left.
It could have been coincidence, or it could have been reason.
Coincidence? Some kind of thermal scanner? I don't know.
Well, we don't give off heat, Egidia.
I'm just spitballing.
Was the van facing the mall?
Yes.
It was
Okay.
facing the mall. I do have the license plate, so I'm a little wary about
Ada
running
pulls
it.
out her book and her little pen.
I'm a little wary. I'll give it to her, but I'll make a note that I'm a little wary about running it because we don't know what they know, right? They might just pull the plate off and stick another one on. They might be doing that already if we've been caught catching them.
Miles is sending some folks that way.
Ada kind of nods.
If there's one van, there's probably more than one van. It's the whole thing.
Yes, we know they were watching. They were watching other domains in the city as well.
Mm-hmm.
She looks over at you. Do you know of anything else? Do you have any other information?
They were talking about there was someone in there who was really pissed off, saying something about they should have just killed the guy who was right in front of them, and that's not what they're here for. So probably a reconnaissance van.
What did they say they were here for?
Don't know. I didn't get a good listen. They kept their windows up and shit's probably soundproof. But one of them lowered their window to smoke or something, and that's the little bit I heard. But they said they were to leave by dawn. So truly, I think if these people don't make it back, that it's going to be much more a significant show of force that comes by. I'm not saying we can't handle that. I'm just saying those are the options we kind of have at the moment.
Why were they watching them all? That's not a good thing.
It's possible they could have also just been parked there because of it being kind of an abandoned area, but I agree. Would her have anyone that would be watching her? Anyone that may have sold her out?
Would anybody be watching you, Ada?
Oh, the Cam would if they could, I'm sure.
Cam would sell you out for a corn chip.
Both of us are like known quantities. I can't think of anything we've done that would draw the Inquisition, though. Of course, they often attack, and we never know what it was that drew their attention.
Do we want to get in contact with our emissary, see if they've heard anything about any possible activities of similar nature in Cam territory?
Well, he already did confirm that they're dealing with some.
Well, of the cameras, yes, but if they've had any random vans of hunters, such as, hotboxing in a parking lot somewhere.
Perhaps another time.
I truly think these guys have to go back. Because if they don't, they're just going to show up in force. I guess if they do, they're going to show up in force. So, damned if we do, damned if we don't.
We were damned for the sunset this evening.
Yeah. But
if we could get them, though. Oh. Like how you did with that one. She's looking at Ada. Some kind of hidden command. Are they notoriously resistant? Or just don't know? I mean, they're still human.
All the rumors in here say that I have heard, yes, they're human. Sometimes they're government agents, though best we can tell, not acting on the orders of anybody in the government. Sometimes it's random people or people who have had some sort of encounter. And of course, sometimes it's the church.
yeah, well.
If all else fails, if someone does manage to find them and catch them, we can try that. Try a couple different things that maybe get us an in.
Well, if you get your hands on one, I'm at your disposal if you need that sort of assistance.
See what the evening brings. Miles will probably let us know fairly shortly, and the other baronries know about it. Which baronries are would have been close to going into, or is it heading into Cam territory?
You mean the van?
Yeah, it was going.
It was damn close to the south, so it was heading west.
More towards Cam territory.
Well, no, further away, more like away from the city.
Deeper into Anarch territory.
Ugh.
I mean, Danville Road bends around and stuff, so they could go anywhere from that direction.
Definitely send something to the baronries immediately closest to them. Keep an eyeball out for, or, trying to think of a way to obscure it without obscuring it too much. Because she's not just gonna flat out be like, "Here's a license plate. Keep an eyeball out for it."
Maybe y'all need to come with some kind of couriers.
Yeah.
Vampire bike couriers.
We do have bikes.
Vampire Dark Ages. Let's go.
Well, at least it's
Carrier
just a bunch of
pigeons.
people driving around on bicycles in the middle of the night during lockdown.
And motorcycles. It's the middle of the night. They're just trying to get out. They got cabin fever, man.
Host another Fruit How rant.
Gonna see if if Miles does have one or two that could split off and maybe go tell the other baronries, and she'll let those barons know that they're gonna have a visitor coming by with some information or with a package for them that they left,
Okay, yeah, you could
and at least get them that information.
you could spend a few minutes doing that. Getting that set up. Miles would send some guys by that would come by, knock on the back door, get the information.
Yeah, just it's one of those. It's a lot harder to get that kind of information out, versus hey, watch out for this guy.
Takes long to get the information out this way, but you can be a lot plainer on what you're talking about, so there's no confusion.
Yeah. And it's not that big, and it's night, and it's locked down, so traffic's fairly light.
So you're arranging all that. You have people come by. You're giving them information. You get a text from Miles going, didn't see our litter bug. I've cleaned up the wrapper.
I'll try and reach out to the litter bug. I think I know them. I kind of remember the face. Remind them to be a little bit more well-behaved. Moonlight picnics are great, but you gotta clean up afterwards.
Be sure to tell them I'm not their janitor.
I will make sure that is abundantly clear.
If you don't need anything else, Ada excuses herself.
Yeah. If we hear anything, we'll call her. If we hear anything, call us, kind of thing.
Yep.
Of course.
I'm like, do we need to get out there and look around too?
I know where I'm going.
Well,
Still got to find your boy, so you go
huh?
do that.
And he is leaving.
I'm looking at you. What?
His manager went missing. I'm
Zeke?
not. Yeah,
Ah, shit.
yeah. I'm not doing anything with that.
Yeah, that could make.
All of the times where he's been a little, pissy about the bar. This one I understand.
Yeah, I think he probably knew Zeke even before he was turned. Maybe. I mean, he's been at the bar as long as we've all been dropping by there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Want to go do reconnaissance?
Yeah, let's secure it up here.
Yep. Yeah. Then me and Emma will do reconnaissance then.
He took Shiloh with him, correct?
He did take Charlotte with him.
Okay. Don't even have to pay off
Leave
the
a little
dog and
case
chicken
of
nuggets.
Leave a little case of chicken nuggets for when he comes.
Oh, no, there's like in the employee refrigerator or something. There's like frozen chicken nuggets in an air fryer specifically for Shiloh.
We need to do that at Dragon Con next year.
Yeah.
Like an
pizza
air
rolls
fryer?
this year. Oh no, I had an air fryer. We did pizza rolls this year.
Nice.
That was good though.
Mhm.
We never did pop the popcorn for movie night.
Nope. But anyways, reconnaissance.
Egidio will will lead Emma to where he was at the ball.
Mhm.
Where the old movie theater was. Are there any cameras there that should not be there?
No, not over that area.
Okay. Just double check it.
It's
I'm just
basically it's a parking lot that butts up against the mall parking lot, but there's like a sidewalk with a little bit of greenery that separates it.
What's the closest camera there?
Probably one of them out to the side of the mall.
That's probably how Woodard saw him.
Mm. I gave Ada the license plate, so they'll be able to probably find them later.
Or at least the license plate. Make sure it matches up with the vehicle.
Um, hmm. Then he will continue on. And we'll just keep our heads on a swivel. You know,
Yeah.
another van, another unmarked van.
Definitely keeping an ear out for a phone if anything goes off.
Okay.
If we can get like eyes on him or something, I might be able to do something. If nothing else, maybe just I don't know, foul him into something.
That's
Alright.
the task, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's see what we can do.
All right. And Kyle and Shiloh are headed over towards Zeke's place.
Mm-hmm.
And he does not live in the domain proper. It's down south, just in a. He rents a house down, just in its own little neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. Sort of like free zone for vampires.
This would be yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't recall anybody claiming this area.
Gotcha. Alrighty. Yeah, he'll go and outside inspection, just like visual look. Anything look odd with the place? Or is this like an apartment or a house? Or...
This is a
I should have
townhouse,
clarified.
so it's attached
Townhouse?
to.
Okay.
So if you drive by from the front, everything looks normal.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the houses have lights on, some don't. Zeke's does not.
Yeah. Is his car there or anything?
You don't see it driving around the front. You drive down the alley in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is one of them places where, all the parking is in the back.
Yeah.
Unless you just park on the street.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, his is sitting in the driveway back there.
Okay. So I'll find a place to park and he'll take a listen after he gets out and he'll tell Shiloh to, keep an ear out, see if you tell me what you hear and what you smell.
Okay, as soon as you let him out of the truck, he starts sniffing her.
Would you like me to make a wits awareness? See if I find anything?
Sure.
Okay. Could scent potentially play into this? Or is this more of a sight hearing thing?
This would be more of a sight hearing thing.
Okay. 3 successes.
Okay.
Would you like me to roll one for Shiloh as well?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so he has 5 dice. He did better, 4.
All right. So as y'all are approaching, you parked a couple houses down or whatever. And as you're approaching, Shiloh's filling you in on what he smells.
Mm-hmm.
Squirrel, rabbit, other dogs, some humans, probably children.
Yeah.
Some old people.
Mm-hmm. I love how old people have a distinct smell.
Uh,
That's fantastic.
some smell on the ground over here that you'd really like to roll in.
Not now.
As you're approaching, when you get to that driveway, he smells a little bit of. I'm trying to think of how a dog would picture this. It smells kind of like your truck, as opposed to like Emma's car.
Like diesel.
I do say that assuming Kyle's truck is diesel.
I'll say sure. Yeah, it's a big truck.
What you spot looking around
Mm-hmm.
is the you know, as you're approaching, you know, there's a screen door on the back, and you can see that the door, the wooden door behind the screen door is like cracked open just a little bit.
Since Shiloh mentioned a scent in particular, can I make another wits awareness with scent based?
Sure, sure.
Could I potentially get any advantage, or no?
Well, you don't have enhanced senses. You're just good at picking up on smells. So
Yeah, I mean, scent is a specialty. It's his awareness specialty. So allow me to postulate this argument. He is
Okay.
aware that something is off because his dog picked up on it. So it's not so much, do I smell anything weird? It's, there is something that smells weird here. And I want to try to identify if there's anything else.
Okay, go ahead.
Any extra dice or just my base pool?
Your base pool, but you can throw that specialty in there.
Okay. 5.
When you really stop and sniff, you think maybe you can smell a little exhaust, or where the you know, where there might have been a big vehicle here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as you close to the house, you're not smelling it. You know, it's like that fuel smell is not like coming from the house or anything like that.
Okay. So it was a large vehicle was here, like outside.
Mhm.
Okay. In that case, I'll take like a peek around to see if the door's trapped, because he's already run afoul of a trapped door before. Actually, no. First thing he'll do is he'll check to see if there's any like cameras that have been placed around to keep an eye on the place.
Okay.
That wouldn't be scent based, so
And this is inside the house, or just on the property. Period.
on the property.
Okay.
First, it's 3 successes.
Okay, you do not spot anything.
Okay. In that case, then he will check to see if like the door has been trapped or anything, and if it hasn't, then he'll let himself in. Any roll you want me to make for that check?
No, you've already made a couple of wits awarenesses. So.
Okay.
No, it does not appear to be trapped. The screen door is undamaged. It was no problem.
Mm-hmm.
The wooden door is damaged.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, when you pull it the rest of the way too and let go of it, it drifts back open that little bit. So it's just, it won't catch. The latch won't catch. And you can see where somebody looked like they made a crowbar their way into it. Or a pry bar.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, he'll take a look around.
Okay, you go inside. The back door opens up into like the little laundry room area, and then into the kitchen. Laundry room area, nothing looks particularly unusual. You get into the kitchen, and drawers are pulled out. Stuff's been laid out on the counters. It looks like the place has been tossed.
Any like blood around or?
No, and Shiloh doesn't smell any. He smells several different people that were in here, though.
Anything that stands out?
Just people smell.
People smell. Okay.
He like sniffs around the rest of the kitchen, particularly the garbage can, and then off into the living room.
Mm-hmm.
Living room's not in bad shape, but you can see where they pulled books off the bookcases, and they're like laying around.
Any particular pattern to the books that they pulled, like genre or?
You get the impression that they were pulling books off the shelf and then dropping them in piles.
Like they were looking for hidden bookcase thing or just.
Or flipping through them to see if anything was hidden in there and then throwing them down when there wasn't.
Okay.
There were pictures on the wall, and some of them were moved or a little cockeyed.
Mm-hmm. I think it looks like they might have left, like in the hustle. Like looked like there was some kind of potentially a scuffle in the kitchen.
No, so far it just looks like this place was searched.
He'll do an inspection of the rest of the place.
Okay. You get back to the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bathroom, spare rooms, all that, same thing. The drawers have been gone through. What have you.
Mm-hmm.
When you get back to the bedroom, of course, it's been tossed. The bed sheets are like half pulled off the bed.
Mm-hmm.
There's like an old CD rack that's been knocked over. There's one set of little shelves that were on the wall that look like something smashed. Look like something broke. Got slammed into them and they broke.
Mm-hmm.
So given the little bit of damage in here, there may have been a scuffle in here. There's another parts of the house. It doesn't look like they were careful, but it didn't look like they were just smashing stuff up either.
Yeah. Looks like they were searching the rest of the house, and here it looks like some kind of a fight broke out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he'll take a look around and see if there's anything he can find that might have something he could use.
All right, give me a wits awareness.
Okay. Would this be scent based?
This would not be.
Not be? Okay. So just base wits awareness. All right.
Shiloh would tell you basically all the people he's smelled in the house have been in here for sure.
Okay.
And he
So I do not
recognizes
get
the one
any-
from the bar.
So I don't get any hunger. I am rousing my wits for this.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll use a willpower and reroll 3 of these.
Okay.
Because that was almost all blanks.
Oh, I was like my dice earlier.
Yeah, I know.
That's why you should use
Okay,
roll
so
20. They roll 20 loves you.
okay, so with the additional crit that got rolled, that is a critical success, so 5.
Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a regular success on a hunger die and a crit on a black die, and then the other 5 dice were blanks. And then I re-rolled 2, still came up blanks. The other one was a crit. So
It's because analog dice don't look.
my analog dice seem to love telling a story, which I'm here for, honestly. Like, you saw what they did in that fight with the Bali. They were all like, let's go.
All right, so you're looking around, and you know, stuff smashed up. You almost get the impression that he may have been in bed when they busted on him. You're looking around. The drawer by the nightstand's pulled out. There's a pen sitting on top of the nightstand. And enough space. You know, the pen's over to one side, and like there's a big empty space. You start looking around at stuff on the ground. You find like a legal pad.
Yeah.
Though it's had the top, dozen or so pages torn off of it.
Okay. Anything to that?
Yeah, the legal pad. Somebody took the time to remove the top sheets.
Huh. Okay, so the thing that kind of stand out is the legal pad had a bunch of sheets torn off.
Mm-hmm.
I'll read through the rest of it, see if, is there anything that might hint as to what those top sheets might have been, given like context
Context
clues.
clues. It's just a shopping list.
So they weren't torn off real neatly.
Mm-hmm.
So for a couple of pages, like there's little chunks at the top that are still there.
Yeah.
And one of them, you make out enough of it to see that there was a date, like he was dating the top of the page.
Okay.
Dating back to I think it was March. You recognize the date. It's when it's when that body was found in your bar.
Damn it, Zeke.
Okay. Hmm. So it looks. That's about all I get out of that one. That he might have been like notating weirdness.
Well, that date is really all you see on the little scraps that are left.
Mm-hmm.
Though when you run your hand over the page, when you're touching the page, it's like you can tell that last page you was writing on. There's a little impression.
Okay.
The top page you got in there, it doesn't have any writing on it, but you can feel a little impression.
It's like a crayon rubbing.
Yeah, he'll like go to the back, like tear a page off the back, and pull out a pencil and like try to if he can get anything by doing like a rubbing.
All right.
Or like
I don't think he'll get much anything,
Well,
honestly,
you
but
would do it on the page that has the like heavy stuff on it, like where
yeah.
not a paper on top of it, or even just kind of hold it under the light and try and read it.
That's fair, yeah. Okay, he'll do that.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's
So you're
things
just
that
getting it like right up under the light.
things that me, the player, has never had to think about.
You've never had secret codes before?
Actually, no, I have not. I haven't had that many friends that would do that. And yeah, so what he'll do is he'll like pull the page up, and he'll like turn on the flashlight on his phone and like hold it under the page. Or over it, whichever gives the best of view.
What was? Help me remember here. What was the last weird thing that happened around the bar?
The last
bombs?
weird thing?
Was it the guy exploding and being thrown through the window, or was it the weird guy running across the parking lot with the volley?
It was the bombs.
No,
Yeah.
it was the police showing up searching for explosives.
Yeah.
Yeah, that they never found.
Right.
And he
So-
had been kind of mind fuckeried with, as far as we
Yeah.
can tell.
So you're not making out a lot, but it's like that's the date, maybe, and it's like he was noting down, well, the police came and searched the bar for this, that, and the other, Leaves you with the distinct impression that he was just kind of starting to chronicle all the weird stuff. Luckily, I guess he didn't see the wolves running by a few days after that.
Yeah. Okay. He'll make a note of that in his phone.
Although at the very bottom you can kind of make out like he wrote himself a question. What is it? What you make out is Kyle mixed up in ? You're not sure at the beginning of this. What is he mixed up in something? What is he mixed up in?
Okay.
Anything else you want to do in Zeke's apartment or Zeke's townhouse?
Now he'll leave.
Okay. So you slip out the back door. You're walking past Zeke's car. Give me another wits awareness.
Sure. Scent or no?
No, this is both of these are visual. Okay. Uh, so walking away from the hound, walking past his car, his mailbox is there at the end. You notice a slight bulge up under the mailbox that you had not noticed before.
Mm-hmm.
When you walk up to it and snap it off, it's one of those little small cameras.
Ooh.
Okay. So snapping it off. So you notice the shape. It's one of the small cameras, so he's not going to be like tilting that up to look at his face or anything to look at it.
Yeah.
He'll just be holding it down. Considering he parked farther away, given the angle it was at, do you think that it got a? Would he believe that it got a look at his vehicle?
No, it was pointed towards the house.
Okay.
So it would have gotten you and Shiloh from the back as you walked into the place.
Mm. Okay. These cameras, do they pick up sound?
They should, yes.
Okay.
Oh no, well, y'all figured out exactly what model they were. Yes, they do.
They do? Okay.
Are you gonna say something vaguely threatening?
Just gonna pterodactyl screech into the camera.
Hmm.
Just have Shiloh bark really loud for like 30 minutes.
Piss off the whole neighborhood.
He's gonna walk back to his truck. He's gonna put it in his pocket.
Making sure it's like powered down and everything, right?
No. Um. And Jeremy walked off.
As you approach the truck,
I'm still here. I'm just,
Okay.
I had to get.
Shiloh perks up to attention and starts sniffing around the truck. There's a new person smell here.
Where?
Mostly around kind of the back end of the truck. He's pretty sure they circled the truck, but there's more back here.
Okay, I'll check the back of the truck.
Okay. Give me what's awareness.
That's much better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, yeah, that's quite good.
Mm-hmm.
So you start feeling around up under there,
Mm-hmm.
and you find something when you come out. you come out with an Apple AirTag sort of thing.
Ooh.
Oh, one of those tracking.
Like an RFID.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, say it's actually just an Apple brand, like it's a consumer brand, not a.
Okay.
The Amazon legally distinct.
So he has that, and he has this camera. Camera gets shut off. So does this scent go anywhere?
Hey, give me another roll for Shiloh.
Okay. I mean, Kyle will scent too, since the scent was pointed out.
Mhm.
So I'll do my first roll with Shiloh, and then I'll do another roll with Kyle.
I had to put Vicks across my face because as soon as I said I was
Uh,
cured, sinus pressure just hit.
Yeah, just one success for Shiloh,
Jinx yourself.
and
I'm Hispanic, but Vicks is what I do.
2 for Kyle.
Need some soup too, man.
Oh no, that's coming up next. Where'd it go? I have a Campbell's soup. Campbell's and a Sprite.
Fair enough.
So y'all manage to follow the trail back. It goes down up to the door of one of the townhouses,
Mm-hmm.
and then down to the door of the next townhouse, and then down a couple more. Like they had walked to the back door and then just walked back and forth between several of the townhouses.
Hmm.
Like they were intentionally confusing their trail a little bit.
Okay. Do I get anything, or?
Oh, that is what you got. You roll better than Shiloh.
Okay.
That's kind of combined what y'all come up with. You follow the trail. You're not sure which door they ducked into.
Right. Hmm. So what he'll do is he will put the camera and the Apple thing down, like near the back of the truck. Camera is off. Point of order.
Okay.
Is there any like woods back here in this parking lot, or no?
Not really. You're in this alleyway, and it's like the back of one row of townhouses, and then across the road or across the alley is the back of another row of townhouses. So you got these two streets of them that are back to back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty much all concrete with the occasional little stripe of grass separating one property from another.
Mm-hmm. So nowhere I could really stage an ambush from.
You could cross the road and hide behind some trash cans or something. Assuming whoever it is isn't watching you out of a window.
Yeah. Okay, so scratch that. He wouldn't drop them, but he would. Is there a way to turn off one of those Apple things?
That's a good question. I do not know the answer to
I
it.
think putting it in like an RFID kind of thing, but let me quadruple check that.
I'll say because I don't use Apple products. I have no idea.
Time to be put on the list again.
Yeah, well, I'm just racking them up.
It happens.
Let's see. To disable AirTags, AirPods, or find my network accessories. Apparently, you have to remove the battery,
Hmm.
which requires physical access, which you had.
Okay.
So yeah, might be a few minutes of fiddling around to figure out how to get it open.
Alternatively,
That could also work.
It can't be on if it's in half.
Mhm. Well, actually, but no, we might need that.
It literally just like turns. You press down and rotate it, and it pops out.
Ah, okay. Yeah, so he'll. Meh.
Okay, you take a battery out. So you have the camera turned off and the iPod
AirTag.
AirTag is
Mhm.
turned off as well.
Okay. And then he will pull away and drive on. Well, he'll drive a little slow, see if anyone's going like, "What's going on?"
Let me roll to see if anybody in the neighborhood has noticed this car just lurking back there.
It's like midnight. No one's looking.
Yeah, probably not.
Well, yeah, he's not like puttering at like 1 mile an hour. He's doing like, I'm leaving speeds.
Well, I rolled 3 dice and got 3 successes, so somebody noticed.
Yeah.
Uh, you know the stereotypical nosy neighbor
Mm-hmm.
that's usually like usually depicted as like an older woman. That's kind of what you see.
Yeah.
As you drive by you drive by slowly by one of the houses that has a light or two on, and you see somebody pull their curtain back and watch you drive by.
Yeah, he just goes like a.
Eustace, that idiot's outside again.
Something about a slab.
I mean, you joke, but we kept running into that guy at Dragon Con.
Next year, just make a slab carried around.
Yeah.
All right. So you make your slow exit from the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
What are you other two doing?
We were doing reconnaissance around the domain.
Yep, keeping an ear out for
Weirdos.
any information of, hey, we found the van.
Especially if we haven't been texted any updates yet.
This would probably take him a little while.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Your hands are busy. You're good.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all get an email from, or not? You get a text from Ada. She has found out there have been some minuses, not around here, but in town.
Friends or strangers?
Anarch or Cam?
I'm trying to think of how y'all would define that subtly in a text.
Was it anyone we graduated with?
When you graduate.
I think Egidio's intent is to find if they're not necessarily Cam or Anarch.
She doesn't think it's anybody you knew personally, but she can't be 100% sure of that.
Mm.
We'll
Seems to be
swing
picking
by
off
and-
stragglers, sort of thing. Stragglers, I should say. But anyway, she's letting you know she has caught murmurs of that. Also, other people. There have been other complaints of rambunctious litterers elsewhere in town.
I'll start
People
drafting
are
a
getting-
PSA.
People are getting hungry and desperate.
Clearly, instead of a soup kitchen.
Soup. Good soup. As JD, as they're like kind of doing the reconnaissance bit, do you think we could maybe do something with that? I mean, how much blood could we technically get away with from the blood bank before we get caught?
I've been pretty good.
Maybe even
Just blame a lot of blood on someone being COVID positive. That's what I do.
that, or do you think folks would eat deer if we managed to catch some, or maybe even cow? I don't know. Pigs are supposed to be pretty close to human, right?
I don't know.
Like medically for stuff.
Still come over if you want. Medically, sure. I medically speaking, yeah, but
We
good
get in
luck. Good
touch.
luck selling that to a Ventru.
Oh, important a storm.
I agree
Nothing
with you. I'm
else.
just saying.
Maybe try and go with some butchers in town, maybe. I don't know. Just something. It's not, you know, not for long term, but just so no one is leaving wrappers everywhere.
Really have a meeting about this sometime in the near future. Just
Probably
one of
not
the
when
things. Just stop leaving wrappers everywhere. You know what I'm talking about.
community littering initiative. Probably not while there's hunters about.
No, but we've had 2 different chances to bring it up and kind of dropped the ball.
Maybe get the word out, get some more blood somewhere where we can at least folks that aren't picky that can stomach it can get something. I'll
Yeah.
see what I can do as well. I mean,
I don't want to
maybe
ask the guy to do more, but
no. We can see if there are there any like butchers or anything like that. Any kind of nearby farmland? Probably not farmland, but
You got farms outside the city.
yeah.
You go out there and braid the lupines for cow.
yeah, well, and the other thing is, and the GD will be like, you know the blood isn't like actually blood, right?
Elaborate. I
The,
mean,
on the meat, it's not like you cut a steak, like
yeah, no, but the butchers, if they're butchering the whole animal, they will drain the blood.
that's true. However long that'll last is, up to
Yeah, spitballing here.
particular taste.
Yeah. See what we can do at least. Let's add my name to another weird Google search.
No, I've seen it happen like in real life. Just they're just like hung.
I know, but no, like if you can buy just uh,
Use it
beef
for like a broth.
or pork blood.
So how many of you have seen the movie John Carpenter's Vampires?
In bits and pieces.
Okay. I don't. I've never
Positivity.
watched the movie. I've read the book it was based off of. And it's it's about vampire hunters. And there's a scene where they go to a butcher to buy blood, and I just remember the line because when the butcher found out they only wanted the blood, he did what any good Baptist would do, and he doubled the price because he figured they were some kind of weirdos.
Correct.
So you can actually buy it and get it shipped.
Shipped, it would probably be too old to do a vampire any good.
Yeah.
There's probably local butchers that have it
Yeah.
ready.
If nothing else, open a butcher.
Next business venture.
Yeah, next business venture is, I guess, a butcher.
Just buy out someone's like struggling mom and pop shop.
Yep.
Let's see. There's a Wayne's Farm meat processing plant near Decatur. Well, they've got a couple of things.
This has become a thing.
There's
Get a couple ghouls in there.
Trevor. Oh, that's. It also pulled up a State Farm location because the guy's name is Trevor Butcher.
Not bad.
So yeah, there's that might be a
There's
spot to look
options.
into.
Add to the list tomorrow evening. Like, hey, you need like really fresh.
Well, Al's a local, and he's not here right now, so
Something to maybe ask him about. There's
Hmm.
got to be some kind of maybe old black market connections.
no, that's me.
Okay, maybe old gang connections with him.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is a business like that around. Wayne Farms has got a couple of processing places around, so that is something y'all could potentially look into.
Yeah.
It's outside the domain proper, but that doesn't mean you can't get influence with people
Oh
there.
yeah. A little bit of money.
Grease a palm. Any palm.
Yeah.
Look, we just take this tub of stuff away. You do the paperwork saying you dispose of it properly.
Yep.
Exactly.
We promise not to pour it in the local creeks or anything weird.
We solemnly
Mm.
swear.
None of it will go to waste. We promise.
The EPA will not come looking for you.
Nor
They
will any
do?
other governmental body.
Ay, ay, ay. All right.
Well, that's our epiphany for the game.
Yeah, we're gonna get to livestock bloods for science.
It just has a note: livestock blood? Question mark. Butchers are weird.
Well, this one is like they collect the plasma and the raw serum and all that. Whole blood, red blood.
Just don't let Zeke find out that y'all are investing in all this weird stuff. It'll go into his notepad. Assuming he lives to write it.
And then some hunter will rip it off.
Yep. What's that cat doing? Do we see any more vans? Hear anything else?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
And the guys Miles sent out on motorbikes didn't find it. But they had enough of a head start they could have turned down any street.
Yeah. Any of the other baronries mention anything?
No. Via coded message, some of them have suffered casualties over the last couple days.
I'll
Like, nobody important, quote.
No one ranking yet.
Egidio will
The
text
young and the dumb,
Kyle.
mostly.
Egidio will text Kyle thumbs up, thumbs down emoji. Well, it's probably at this point like pulling the camera off.
deep thoughts out of Kyle.
You know that gif of like the Grinch disappearing behind a door? That's
Yeah?
just like cackling. That's the response he gets.
It's Ichidio's turn to be like, what?
Just looking at the gift, like, that can't be anything good, I'm sure.
Ichidio looks at like, oh, that's how that feels.
Yeah.
Followed by the meme of the old man going.
Guess I'll die.
All right, you head back to the office, Kyle.
Is GPS tracking it stuff on you?
That's all off.
Hey, took the battery out.
What he will do is he'll just kind of drive around.
Okay.
No particular place. Just, going into the domain, out of the domain, not going into other people's domains. But sort of driving around, seeing if anyone's like, get that car.
You have a police car follow you for just a little bit.
Mhm.
But just because you've done a loop through a couple streets of a neighborhood, and apparently they noticed.
And they realize he's just continuing on.
Apparently they must have come to the conclusion that you were just out cruising because you've been you may have been cooped up in your house or something.
Yeah.
And you probably see a few other people that are out driving.
Mm.
Though it's late enough, probably not too many.
Yeah.
And while you're driving around like that, it begins to rain.
Okay.
The GDO's inside. Don't act like it's raining on you.
Hopefully he doesn't know what rain is. Just, hasn't felt it in a minute.
Alright, so is there anything else y'all want to get done this night?
Probably just trade notes.
He is going to. He'll send a map emoji and a question mark to the coterie chat.
I'll send an emoji of an office. I'll send a gif of a spinning office chair.
X. And then the running man immediately, several of them.
Emma just looking at this like, I'm so confused.
The storyteller's still here listening to it. I'm so confused.
The player, I'm so confused.
Beer emoji? Question mark?
Get a truck emoji instead.
Emma looking at it from, this isn't helping at all.
Followed by another map question mark.
I'll put the coordinates of where we are currently? Question mark.
Kyle heads there.
And
We
y'all
really
are
gotta
still at
come
the
up with
office,
like a
correct?
key or something. Yeah. Probably
Yeah.
went back there after.
That's why he's just using emojis.
I was like, I'm either too old or too young for this. I'm not sure which.
All right, so you get back to the office. And by this time, of
Wow.
course, the bar is closed down.
Hmm.
And you get a text from the workers. When they've closed up, they tell you they've locked up behind them.
He'll tell him thank you. Um,
Oh yeah, should they come in like normal tomorrow night, or who's got a key?
who's kind of like the most senior of them? He'll whichever one that is.
Okay.
He'll say they're in charge and until Zeke gets back. And they said they had already locked up, but they're in the process of locking up.
They'd already locked up. By the time you finished all your running around, they've already locked up.
Okay. Say, so what time do we get up?
This time of year, about 7-ish is when the sun starts setting.
Okay. He'll tell
Well,
him
let's say
to-
6:30 because y'all are a little earlier than where we're currently at.
Yeah, he'll tell him to come in at 7 tomorrow, and he'll give like the next highest person in charge the spare key.
Okay. You get a bunch of thumbs up from everybody that knows to come in a little late tomorrow.
Hmm.
All right, so eventually I'll meet back up at the office.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I mean, we didn't see shit, so. But we did think of a good idea. Butcher
Gonna buy,
shops.
gonna buy a butcher or like a meat processing factory.
Yeah. Do you know of any in the area?
Okay, why?
Blood?
Okay, why? Is this
There's
something that become important?
there's people leaving wrappers everywhere. Wrappers being dead bodies. At least until
Hours?
ours and
Unless you
others.
have.
No, I'm saying, are they our
The
people or
one
people crossing over and leaving wrappers to bring attention onto us and away from them?
Be that
the
as it
one
may.
the one Miles went to clean up after was one of ours. I recognized them when I initially stumbled across them. I wasn't gonna like interrupt them.
Some of y'all take feeding a little too seriously.
I don't know how there they were.
Gotcha.
Well, I do know of one, but it's not in our control.
Things to add to our list to do.
Yeah, I'll show it to you later. And then he'll pull out a camera and that AirPod thing out of his pocket and set it on the table.
That's
All
a
right.
thing? Where'd you pick up that fun new toys?
Well, this was underneath Zeke's mailbox, watching his townhouse. And this was on the back of my truck after I finished searching the townhouse.
This is why I just do Ubers.
Did you catch anybody? He checks, looks at his hands and like outfit. You don't have any blood, so I'm guessing you did not catch and murder this person.
Unfortunately.
At least know what they smell like.
Does he? Point at Shiloh.
I mean, I got the scent, but they made a show of a confusing trail,
So they know you can track by scent.
or somebody can.
Well, if that van was there from who knows how long it's been, then it stands to reason that they could have just walked to the bar or wherever you leave your truck, or maybe it was just in the bar. Boop. And then they know it's yours.
Mainly what I need is I need someone to be able to reverse track this back to whatever.
Account.
Yeah.
I don't know if Walter's still doing that project he had with the NOS, but be a good place to start.
The GDO picks up one of the air tags. Is it like a literal Apple air tag, or is it
Yeah, it's an outline.
like a it's actual one? He looks at it and goes, "These are like $30 to $40. These are not cheap."
Hmm.
That's each of these little things.
If you're being bankrolled by a hunter, or are a hunter with a bankroll, though, 30 to 40 bucks, right connections.
Mm-hmm.
Is it something that we can trace back?
That's a Walter question. Well,
That is a Walter
that
question.
could be that could be an Ingidio question. He has two in technology.
Well, I don't know. It's something I'm gonna have to research.
Hmm.
So it could be a Walter question for next time.
A Google.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll look at the camera. Is there anything special about it?
That was like pretty much the same model y'all been running across.
Is there an air tag on it?
No, there's not.
You'll see him shuffle his thumbs over the metal shell.
All right.
Any thoughts?
It's the GoPro. Process it. This is some stuff for. Well, Ichido goes to Walter's cubicle area, and there's a little box that no one has noticed yet. It's almost like a dead drop
Mm-hmm.
for specifically Ichido, and just puts the camera and the air tag in there with a note.
Okay.
He'll look at that later. And he taps the box.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't know. He knows somebody who knows.
Fair.
But that's the only one we've seen today. Wait, there is something we can do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have a memory card? Does the camera have a memory card on it?
Yes, so.
And he will. It's off, so he'll try to take the memory card out.
Okay.
See if there's a machine that'll play it.
You've got computers here in this place, so probably.
Yeah. You'll just run the footage.
It starts up with a little bit of movement as whoever sets it up was fiddling with it, so it's all jangly, and then just sitting there looking at the back of Zeke's townhouse.
Are they smart enough to walk away from the camera as they set it up? Or
Yeah, it's like they may have been over to one side or something. Like you don't
Okay.
see them, you just see the camera jiggling as they finish.
they're not amateur. They're not amateurs.
Not complete
Got it.
amateurs now. And then you fast forward, and the next thing of note that you really see is Kyle and Shiloh walking by. Shiloh sniffing around.
So they've already, and he'll stop and he'll be like, "Well, there's you and there's Shiloh." So they've already done the thing, and they put the camera there specifically to get you out there.
Hmm.
Does it show them coming back, and then where he grabs the thing?
Mhm.
At any point, is Kyle's face exposed?
Yeah, coming out the door it probably would be.
Okay.
Now, nothing you didn't see anything that looked like supernatural or masquerade breach.
Sure, just a guy coming down the steps, but
You see him walk up the door and be a little suspicious about the door and kind of fiddle around with the door a little bit and then go in.
okay. Oh, that's that. And he puts the memory card back in the camera and then back in the dead drop.
Hmm.
Oh, well, that's interesting. They're targeting the person first that they think is important to one of them, and then they go put the camera up after they've done whatever they do.
The amount of time that passes, would they have set it up knowing that he was already there?
That who was already there.
That Kyle had already gone into Zeke's house? Business is
No, they set
your
it up ahead of
own.
time.
Okay.
Yeah, it was at beta time.
Do I have like a time frame between they've set it up and Kyle's there?
Yeah, that's what I was trying
Thank
to
you.
say.
It would have been like early that morning. Perhaps I should have changed. Like 1 a.m.
All
or
I'll
Probably-
ask is,
go
did
ahead.
you at least have
leading up
last
that
night.
Zeke had gotten home and crashed out.
It's really not my scene,
From the previous
particularly.
Okay.
Uh,
He was like,
I mean,
that's 1 a.m.
I'm not hungry now, so there's that at least.
Fast forwards all the way.
What a coincidence! I'm not either.
Yeah, you had like a
And
whole
no,
day.
I'm a little peckish, but
Yeah,
that's the other
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's a whole day night cycle, and no one
Maybe
came out
something
of
to
the front door.
consider for
Well, this is the back door it's watching, but yeah.
But
his
still,
like thinking. There's still people who are dumb enough to
Well, whoever it was,
not
they
listen to
attacked him while
quarantine
he was in
rules. It
bed.
could be something we could use to our advantage
that checks
for
out.
those that are hungry, as long as they behave.
And apparently, he had been taking notes.
Ada nods. Oh, yes, there's definitely people ignoring
Well,
that.
that's just a problem.
Do you have the notes? The medical,
No,
the former
because they
medical
were all
personnel
torn out of
does
the
not
legal
support that
pad he
idea,
had.
but we have to make sure people That's a don't very big problem. Draw attention.
You can't really tell the rich what to do. They'll tell all the rest of us what to do and then do whatever they please.
Do you have a weird string board?
Maybe look into a modified version of
Not that I
that
could
for
see.
some of
Okay.
our
Just was
More
figuring out
hungry
how much of a conspiracy theorist Zeke was.
But
Not
he
quite a
did-
herd,
he
but
was noting dates and
But if
keeping
people got
track of
stir
the weirdness
crazy,
happening at the bar,
and we set up a rave somewhere.
Like a good manager.
and
it would definitely
apparently at
have
the
to
end
be
also was questioning if I was
gone
wrapped
into
up in
with
it or
the
not, or what I'd
everyone
gotten
behave
wrapped up in.
themselves, don't leave any bodies.
Like a good manager.
Yeah, that's standard operating procedure.
Something to consider,
she's
though.
like, that's
The boss is after something weird.
that is for all of you to come up with, but
Let me make notes just in case.
Dear diary.
In case it blows up.
she will make the adjustments to the. She reaches into her coat, pulls out her phone.
Sure, I'm not capable for any of this.
Brings up the notepad to make
Now,
the
that story
the-
started back in the 80s when
the
I was bored.
minuses.
All right, so it's getting later in the night or later in the morning by
I'm
this
sure
point.
Miles will get
Mhm.
you the information as to where he
And
has the
Jitty
ghoul
will
at.
say, "Well, if there's nothing else,
I'll contact
back.
him as soon as I leave here. Unless you
Yeah.
want us to bring him by here to question him or some other location.
As far as I'm aware, nothing else. Check their
What's the
phone.
others'
Check. Do you have anything you
emails?
want to ask them?
I'll text Walter
particularly,
specifically and
so
just
who
be like,
went where,
"Hey,
when,
I
and
left
why?
you
Well,
a couple goodies at
some
at home
information's
base."
better than none, and he might have seen something that we didn't see.
Mm.
We'll assume that you get something back acknowledging.
I trust you and Miles to be thorough with this.
All right, how are y'all going about getting home?
Okay.
You particularly, I've seen what Woodard does.
She
Well,
gives you a
Depends on
sharp
Miles that
look.
said that.
Serpent or
Still
security
is she-
fruits.
Like she's not
Still
sure what
is
you mean by what
Obfuscate
you've seen
because
what
I can't
Woodard does.
move.
So you get on a hand truck, you obfuscate, and you let a GDO roll you home.
I think that would still be counted as
What do you-
moving.
What specifically are we talking about now?
Being very thorough.
All right, but everybody taking.
Well,
everybody being
you mean
careful
as far as
with it.
questioning it? She usually leaves me to do
Yeah.
that. But yes,
All
Woodard
right,
does
the
definitely.
sun rises and y'all sleep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, that's all you need. I will go
And then, of course, the sun
change into
sets
something
next
more
evening.
comfortable and contact Miles.
Oh, one other thing. Don't have to
Hungry.
Don't have to answer if you're being,
I too am hungry.
persuaded one way or the other. Was
Two
this
out
a
in a
mixed
row, man.
event?
She's just surviving off spite.
If you mean we're kind there, yes.
Spite and vibes.
Oh no,
I
I
think
meant
he means
across the political
Camarilla.
spectrum.
All right, Kyle,
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
you wake up
No.
and you have to go unlock the bar fairly quickly.
Okay.
no, this was something Woodard set up.
Is there anything you do before you leave?
Oh, interesting.
That's what she's been planning recently and been a bit stressed about.
Feed the rat.
Yes, with
Feed
the
Shiloh.
usually, we with so many open store, so many
And
empty storefronts that are now completely blocked off from the outside, it's easy to run that sort of thing in the mall. But stuff keeps happening around the mall, and now there were cameras, so she found an alternate
Taking Shiloh
location.
with you or leave him in the house?
But yeah, she was quite stressing about it for a few days there.
I'm glad it went off without a hitch for her.
Well, it wasn't the full-sized event that she would have liked, but it was enough.
I'll tell him to guard the house.
Oh, he likes all
Desperate
the running
times
around
and
now.
measures.
Mm-hmm.
And we won't keep you further.
But
If you need anything else,
Pretty
or
serious
when
thing.
me and well, I'll probably come by tomorrow after the question. After me and Miles have done our questioning, fill you in on what we've discovered.
all right, so you head off to the bar.
Just kind
Emma,
of
what are you doing?
And then she turns around and heads to the back.
usual checking of email and phone and all that.
Yep.
Actually, scratch that. Sorry.
I'm
I'll
like,
take
it's not
Shiloh
a half
with him.
bad
He's gonna go
idea
hunt an animal.
to get some people fed.
No.
Okay, sorry.
You're
Sure.
good.
All
I
I
just
can
checked what
keep
my hunger was.
experimenting
It's
with
at
food
3
and see
so I
what
can
comes
go.
up.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Bad. Oh, she's gonna even just check the
people that have to have
phone, the Baron
straight
chat,
blood
all
or
that stuff.
something like that. It would
Check
just
the
be
emails. Perhaps an easier way to
see if anything
get a
has
large group of
occurred during the
people
day.
at a location.
One of the barons is suggesting that y'all
Let people
have a
mingle and
get-together.
nature take its course, so to speak.
He realizes there may be scheduling
All thing I have to
difficulties,
say
but it
is
still probably needs to happen.
keep in mind we have hunters around now.
Sooner rather than later. It's been a
A
while
large
since we all
group
got
of
together
us in
for
one place could be a very
game of cards, as it were.
target. Been a while.
Been a while. I'm
Like, I'm
aware of them. Not saying we
free
do it
tonight
tomorrow
and
night and start making
see if I
flyers
can
today, but
free up some of the other
it could
barons.
be something to consider. Not, she wouldn't say other barons, but see if
I
I can
know,
get the
it's-
rest
It
of
only
the
takes one to slip
group
up.
together for a party.
Don't be the one that slips up.
And there's some back and forth as people are trying to work out a schedule. Egidio, what are you doing?
Egidio will have a.
All right. Is there anything else I want to do this evening?
Meet up,
Like
whatever.
maybe see about getting more people to do DoorDash. Like sometimes gets people
in
to
that
open their
in
doors.
that Baron chat, but he wakes up.
See, now that could be something. That idea has
Turns on
merit.
sentient scene. Looks around.
Vampire
sees
pizza
if
delivery
no kids
drivers
around.
everywhere.
Thinking of all
She
the ways
is.
they go
She's
horribly
standing
wrong
upstairs when you get up there.
through this plan.
Just standing upstairs.
Yep.
Little pizza, little blood loss.
Like she was just watching your door, waiting for you to come out.
menacingly.
I'd walk out.
Nope,
I
don't
do
think
the
have
thing where I
anything
pretend I
else
don't
for
see her, but I
tonight.
completely
I'm
see
good.
her.
She's smiling.
Oh no.
It's almost smug.
Kyle would text. I
I'll
don't know
look
if
up,
there'd
be
be
like,
like a
"Oh, good evening, Mildred." Wherever you are.
Gangrel Baron group chat.
You have got a
You can make one.
She just keeps watching it. So.
yeah. You could send messages specifically just to the Gangrel Barons. But now that I think about it, there's several of those in town.
Yeah,
And then he gets
that's
out,
the point.
or he will leave.
He'll
Um,
he'd send
is there anything
like
weird
the group text with them
in the house?
and his
No, you don't see anything. It doesn't look like she's made a mess.
any idea on how to get in touch with Gramps?
I think the video will take a little longer.
The first response you
Yeah,
get back
usual
is
to
from one of the
leave.
pack members like,
And
you
wait
can
for her.
you can always just walk up on
Just
his
give it, like,
porch,
another
but I
10
wouldn't
minutes
recommend
and
it.
see, like pretending he's busying himself where
Gramps has a shotgun.
and see if she leaves.
No, she does eventually, yes.
One of the others responded,
And
him and Sebastian have
will,
always gotten along all right.
In the spot where she wrote, "Hell's big enough for both of us."
Has the GDO eventually cleaned that off?
No, it's fucking cool.
No.
The video looks back at it, just
I'll
like
have
it's like all
to-
dried and
I'll have
caked.
to see which one works better. All right, thank you.
You get a few question marks, like they don't know exactly what you're planning here.
I think he'll write something to the effect of, "Until then,
Well, it's
let's get
they
together."
had
And
mentioned
just leave it at that.
getting in touch with the older
Are you flirting with the
Gangrel
Volkscast?
because they're trying to figure out what the werewolves were doing in the city.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that conversation.
And
They would.
he'll leave.
You probably wouldn't have gotten the question marks then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I guess it'll stay something more closer to like, "Until then, stay a while.
But
Why don't you?"
Okay.
Less flirty, more
Alright.
like, "Let's be friends."
so, all right. You said that was all y'all were really planning to do this evening.
Yeah, more or less.
Mhm.
So y'all retire back to your havens.
So as you're leaving, your neighbor across
What
the road is
precautions
down
do you
forward,
take
she waves at
as you head out to your haven?
Hey,
Kyle will shift into a wolf.
He's looking a little stressed out.
He'll like go into the forest.
buddy?
You know, he was already
again.
looking.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
Shift
Just-
into a wolf there.
stuck at home.
I don't get
Not
hungry.
working.
yeah.
And then he is going
Oh,
to
shit.
Yeah, if I remember the last time he was talking to you, he was looking for
sort
work.
of sneak through
Yeah.
the areas with Shiloh.
Ah,
And
shit.
then
Layoffs
he'll
got
take
you, or you just couldn't
his-
find anything?
I specifically bought this.
With everything shut down, I
upgrade
can't find
for
it.
Haven. He'll take his cistern entrance.
Can't do any of those, like, I don't know, work from
to-
home places?
Get into his
I'm
haven
looking
without
into
having to
that.
actually go like up to the house itself.
Oh, neat.
Uber?
So something that
Yeah,
probably
stimulus
it's,
thing. My bills are paid at least a little bit.
Yeah, that's good.
so it basically just looks like a
I don't know about
system on
Uber
the
though.
outside.
I don't want to go catching it.
It's. I don't think it
It's fair.
specifically has to be a.
It's also really hard to
cistern
do your taxes
itself.
if you
It's
know
just
you're
it's
too.
a way, like a tunnel.
Like a courtyard?
Is it?
At least
I
that's
That has
what
a
I've
tun-
heard.
that happens to have a tunnel.
never really thought about
Or it looks like or maybe something that looks like a storm
Yeah, all those people
drain,
who are like,
but it doesn't actually
you
connect
know,
to the
whatever.
sewers or anything.
have like
Where is it?
40 W.
Oh, sorry, that's
Plot
cistern.
some
have to
prepper's
fill out.
house.
Not cistern, poster.
Good.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
Your haven
some-
has a rear
some of those
exit,
people,
secret
it's
tunnel,
ridiculous. I
grating
heard
in the
this guy
cellar,
who, like,
leading into the sewers, or other
Uber
unobtrusive way
Eats,
out. For
like,
each shot of this merit,
you know,
one die to your
all
dice
the-
pools to
all-
evade
all
or
those
escape
big guys
surveillance near your haven.
just like
Okay.
had so
So-
many
So if I
tax
need to
forms
make
to fill out.
rolls, I get an extra dice.
Okay. We will make you
Where are
roll
you
that.
headed off to tonight?
I don't know in
I
general
like to
what's
walk in
becoming
the
your
evening
standard
meeting.
methods of getting
like
around.
to get
Yeah, now
what's
that
left of the cool air on me.
now that there's a lot more.
I know it's not really a thing here, but close enough.
Eyes on. Kyle's gonna be doing
Here's just
that
humid air.
all the time now, Okay,
Yeah.
he was doing it off and on, but that's going to become his go-to.
Oh well, I won't keep you anymore.
Hey, yeah, you have a good one. Be careful.
Shiloh was quite pleased to be running around with you in your wolf form.
A lot of weird shit happening lately, so
Yeah,
Let's
tell
keep
me
your head
about
down.
This
that.
is the best day ever.
Wait, do we have a secret tunnel? Woohoo!
well, from what I've heard, the town already went to
Like
crap.
Egidio.
Every people suffered
Every
for it.
fantasy book ever.
Egidio will
All right, Kyle, you roll in. You roll up to the
just
bar.
cloaks up and walks off.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I know a couple of employees
He-
already, have already gotten there.
He's
They're far
relying
from
on
it.
his eyesight to find him a camera,
You'll let me in.
and
They ask you if you.
then
if you
he
heard
has
anything
his own
from,
ways of snuffing it out, however
from
temporary.
Zeke.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you head home and you're
Didn't
keeping an
bother
eye out for
finishing.
cameras, you don't spot any around your haven.
I haven't broken the masquerade in the area.
I will when I get home.
And that seems to be a
I'm gonna
thing.
Give him the
Uh,
night to see if he
mhm.
shows up.
You know, exactly how they tracked Blake down is, of course, still up in the air. But it did happen
So they
right
go,
after
they
he
get
had
to
had a
work.
little incident.
Yeah, they get everything set up.
Mhm.
And how is Emma getting home?
She
A little
has
later,
her
one of
fancy
them- one of them
sneaky
comes up.
tricks. So
Oh,
just
hey, I
being
found this.
very
I think it's
careful.
Zeke's tablet.
Serendipitous routes. Maybe entering because she's in
Oh,
an apartment, so
thanks.
just maybe entering from a different entrance or exit
Well,
that she
keep a hold on
typically
it for
doesn't
'em.
use.
Like just the
Making
opposite side of the
sure.
building kind of stuff.
Yeah,
But I wonder
just
why I would love
different
to do it.
time, opposite side
Maybe
of the
she doesn't.
building, trying to blend in with
You got
groups that
customers
may be
start coming
going
in.
in or out.
Not inside the
maybe
store,
maybe
or building,
maybe
or
making it
doing the
look like
drive-thru
she's
mostly.
doing a delivery or something.
And this is 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning by the time you're rolling in, so
He'll go to the office and he'll
I'm not sure how much door dashing is being done at
see
that point.
about getting into the tablet.
Hunker knows
You'd
no
be
time.
surprised.
Okay,
In a
but
big
it
city,
opens right.
yes. In Decatur, during the lockdown, you only had a
Sure.
handful of places that were open 24 hours.
He'll take a look at it.
So I guess
Is
people would
there
still be
like a
getting stuff
camera
from
on the
Waffle House
tablet?
and places. So, yeah,
Oh, sure. It's your typical little Android tablet.
So she'll just try and take more serendipitous routes and
Okay.
be looking into maybe
Over that.
Yeah, I was saying
getting
Mask can take
a
over that.
standalone
turn it on.
structure at some point.
Just picture you looking directly at the camera. Oh, there it is. Then put the mask in.
Kind of upgrade like Kyle did.
Yeah, or just like another,
But yeah, it opens up to the.
like a second
actually.
apartment, or maybe something in a more secure area, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Quick, put it in airplane mode.
Well, all of you get home safely tonight. And as the sun rises, you drift
Given
off,
his
putting
background, what
this
he'd probably do.
Okay.
it's not great day behind you. Or
Put it
not
in airplane mode.
behind you.
And then he'll start like
And we will wrap here for the day.
see
Pick up again
if
next
there's
week.
anything on there that
Hopefully, we'll be back to our steady schedule.
Oh,
Fingers
you can go through his picture roll.
Hope y'all had fun. I enjoyed it, even if we did a little late start.
You can look in his, you can look through some of his messages.
Anybody that came by and watched or comes by and watches
social
later, hope you
medias.
enjoyed it. Hope you'll show up next week.
yeah.
You're not really running across anything strange.
If you're looking for more games
You
here
pull
on
up
Dire
his,
Bear, check the schedule below. There are more games.
And
Hopefully, you're a 5e fan.
You know,
Yeah.
just looking to see it.
And
maybe he
again, I was
keeping
your storyteller
notes
for the evening,
about the
Jason.
bar on
And
there,
with
but
me
you don't-
was Sarah as Emma,
There's like shopping lists.
I'm waving.
Mhm.
Eric as Kyle,
Oh,
and
right.
Jeremy as a GDO. And we will see y'all next week.
You do find a where's my
I'm
phone
also
app.
waving, but you can see me.
That was it. And you can find it.
Yeah, he'll check the Where's My Phone app thing.
You click that, it gets a ping.
Mm-hmm.
Go type in app and it immediately wants to say Apple. But but yeah, I mean it pulls it up. And it is oh, hang on. I was looking at that map and it wasn't making sense. That's Decatur, Georgia. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, save that place. But yeah, it pulls up an address. You recognize it as a basically an old shut down lumber place. I mean, not where they made the lumber, just where they sold it and stuff. It's up north of you, getting closer to the river. It's not on the river, but it's up that way. You know, past the top of y'all's domain. Kind of on the outskirts.
Thought.
Kind of on the outskirts of the city.
Just picturing them being like vaudevillains now with big curly mustaches, where they have Zeke attached to a with.
James Bond villain.
Well, this is not a lumber mill. This was like a spot that the contractors would go to buy their supplies or whatever.
They still have to cut it.
That's true. I'm not saying they wouldn't have saws, but they're not like the big ones cutting logs in half or anything.
Okay.
But the place has been shut down for a couple of years now. So.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay, he'll make note of that.
Okay. As everybody's getting ready, a lady walks up and knocks on the door.
As in like Kyle's office door, or just the door into the building?
The door into the building. Oh, that's right. You stepped back in the office. So. So you would probably hear the knock.
Yeah.
You hear one of the employees crack the door open, and start into the whole, "Oh, I'm sorry, we're closed." But the woman's looking for Zeke. Apparently, it's his girlfriend. She's called him a couple times, didn't get an answer. She swung by his place. He never answered the door. So she swung by here, hoping he was at work. And a couple of the employees start talking to her about, "Oh yeah, we didn't see him yesterday. He didn't show up."
Sorry, he left your ass.
He said to tell you he was going out to get a pack of cigarettes.
Went to go get a carton of milk.
Yeah, Kyle will come out of the office and he'll spot her and is like, "Oh, hello?"
She's like, "Oh, hello. They were just telling me Zeke hadn't been to work yesterday."
Yeah. Do you know if he's sick?
I don't know. I couldn't get a hold of him yesterday, and then I couldn't get a hold of him today. I ran by his place earlier, but I knocked on the door, but he didn't answer.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna give it till the end of the workday today. If he still didn't show up, I was gonna see about filing a missing persons report if you want me to.
Yes,
Cause-
she'd appreciate that.
It's not like him to be gone for 2 days. I understand a stomach bug, but
Yeah, well, he's always good about getting back if you message him.
mhm.
Uh, she's just, she's real concerned, but
Yeah.
She's like, but it's not too late. I mean, it's not very late. We could probably call now. I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call. Go ahead and call and see if they can get started.
Mhm.
I guess it's been 24 hours. That's the thing. Don't you have to wait 24 hours?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Mhm.
And she's like on her phone as she walks back to her car.
Phone explodes.
Oh, my phone exploded.
I don't know. Have you not seen oh, what was it? I forgot what the name of the movie was called.
Oh.
I need to look this up now.
Is it a Final Destination or something, or
No,
with
it's
those with weird deaths?
no. It's about a guy who's basically like a super spy that ended up like getting arrested, and he's like killing people from inside of his jail cell. No one knows how he does it, and one of them is like a judge pulls out a phone to answer the phone, and like the phone just explodes.
No exploding phones.
That's gonna bug me that I don't remember what that's called.
All right. So anyway, you're at the bar. So Egidio, where are you going once you finish talking to your neighbor?
Taking a little another circuitous route around. I think I want to go back and see approximately where they originally were, and just sneak up and see if they're there again.
No, they're not.
They're not. Worth a shot. But I am intentionally keeping the shadows and becoming a shadow.
That's fair.
But I'll look around, keep my eyes peeled while I head to the office.
Let's see. If you were coming up behind where they were at, you'd have been in the wooded area. Give me a wits awareness.
Yep. I will have activated heightened senses, so put that in as well. 4 successes.
You notice there's a couple of game cameras set up.
Like trail cameras.
Yeah.
Where are they pointing?
They're just in the woods. I mean, it's not like they're pointing out of the woods at a building or something. They're just in the woods.
Oh. Are they new?
You haven't noticed them before.
I guess what I'm asking is if I go up to them, staying out of the line of sight, and I look to where they're staked, does that stake look fresh?
Yes.
Okay. All right then.
There is a little bit of dried corn laid down in front of them.
Not enough to attract it. Not enough to actually do what it's supposed to do.
I don't know how much corn is required to attract an animal that eats corn.
And hunting is illegal in the city limits, I would assume.
But the piles are set up where they would be right from the camera. So maybe it's just a local who's bored decided he
Who's eating the deer?
Yeah, he will very quietly. He'll activate signs of death if he needs to. Just unscrew one. Remove it. Make sure he's not facing it, because he is a walking masquerade violation right now. Turn it off. Put it up. Check for an RFID or an AirTag or whatever,
No, anything like that.
and then he'll do the same to the other one.
I don't guess trail cameras do. But
We'll
okay,
grab both of them.
you wind up turning them both off.
Yep, and then he'll head towards the office.
Are you keeping them, or you just turn them off and leave them where they're at?
I will keep them. Well, that's a good question. I think he would just turn them off, because he knows. I think he's hip to the game now. And in fact, I think this redoubles his efforts to go to the office and kind of use their own weapons against them. Or he'll have his phone. He'll turn the camera on and just have it going. He has it fully charged. He has one of those like batteries stuck to it, and he just like puts a little bit of what do you call it? The little things you use, the little command things, the adhesives, just
Command
do four
strip.
corners.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the one. Command strips just onto something where he can hide it, but it has good sight.
So you've got your camera
Watching
their camera to see who comes and fiddles with it. Okay.
He'll have that going. He'll head back to the office, and he'll have a mental
what now?
he'll have a mental timer for like 45 minutes from now, an hour from now, just to go and check.
Okay. All right, Emma. Once you finish swapping, send out emails and texts and stuff. What you gonna do?
Head to the office. Keep up on anything that is going on. Take a like a route past the dead man's, but not like directly past. Just kind of like, okay, they're open. It's not on fire. That's good.
Yeah, you definitely see. You see people going through the drive-through. You see workers in there.
May also reach out to shoot. The one thin blood they've been dealing with, and I can't remember his name right now. It started with an F.
Furman?
I think. Furman. And be like, hey, just checking in on the chemistry club if you guys are needing anything.
We're good right now. We got a new clubhouse set up. I should show you where it's at sometime.
Don't be too quick on that. I know you guys have been working hard trying to keep busy during the boredom of the lockdown. Just let me know if you need anything, and we'll keep you in the loop on any fun gossip.
Yeah, he's heard there's been a little bit of trouble lately. But...
Yeah, you know how stir-crazy people can get. People have been littering a lot, just, things like that.
Yeah, we're a little short on food over this way too. Now I think about it. Should probably go shopping.
Yeah, we've been thinking about doing a fundraiser, do like a canned food drive or something. We'll get back to you if anything comes from that.
Okay.
She will hang out at the office until. Have they agreed on a meeting time?
Not yet.
Okay.
Because you started that conversation.
Yeah, it's been like less than an hour.
Yeah.
who knows if you'll manage it, the same night or not.
Yeah.
Considering there are security concerns, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So you were headed to the office. GDO, were you headed to the office, or were you going to swing by somewhere else?
Yeah, I'll go to the office. Just
Okay.
roundabout.
So both of y'all wind up getting there. Kyle's probably still at the bar. You're barely through the door before you're getting a message from Ada.
Yeehaw.
Uh-huh.
Pulls it out.
-3.
Shit.
In the mall.
Oh.
Oh bullshit. You at work tonight?
Yes, I'm at work now.
Okay. And resecures office and serendipitous route to the mall.
Yep. I will call Kyle.
Well, Kyle would have gotten these texts as well.
Okay.
If he's paying any attention to them.
Yes.
Well, did he? If he got the other texts, was he replying to them? That determines if it's video calls or not.
How many did he send?
Well, Ada would have sent the texts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she sent
Yeah.
all the barons.
Gotcha. Yeah, he wouldn't respond to those, no.
Then yeah, Egidio would call then.
Okay.
And then he
Yes.
I know you saw that.
Yes, I did, but I'm dealing with something.
Respectfully, does it help out with either your thing from yesterday or this thing today?
Yes.
If you say so.
We'll
Just be
keep
back
you
there when you get a
updated.
chance. Yep.
All right, so you two make your way to the mall. When you get to the door, some of Bullard's security people let you in right away. They seem rather agitated.
I am too. Egidio, he's like, he has his go bag. He's like halfway to putting his coat on.
I don't think they're still here.
They lead you back, back to the behind the scenes area of the mall, back into the office areas. You see a cluster of folks standing around, including Bullard and Ada. Ada looks over at you, saying, Barons, and then she steps back, and you see, before you see 3 decapitated bodies.
You were saying?
Yeah, sorry. What was the number again?
And we will wrap right there for the night.
Yep.
Decapitated body
Right,
reveals a good
no,
Yeah.
cut.
And you can, I'll give you the details on the scene next time.
Yep. We'll have more people next time, I think.
Yes,
Yeah,
hopefully,
they're back next week.
hopefully we'll have a full card next time.
Yay.
So anyway, hope y'all had fun tonight. I enjoyed it as always. Hope anybody that came by and watched had fun. Anybody that watches later, thanks to Vancouver by Night for dropping by. If you're looking for more games, check the schedule below. There are more games going on in Dire Bear. And until next week, again, I was your storyteller for the evening, Jason.
And with me tonight was Eric playing Kyle, Jeremy playing Egidio, and Sarah playing Emma. And we will catch y'all next time.